Well, good morning. Please be seated. On behalf of the First Family, welcome to the White House. And welcome to the inaugural meeting of the Presidential Advisory Commission on Election Integrity. Just over 2 months ago, on May the 11th, President Trump signed an executive order to create a commission to, in his words, help to, quote, promote fair and honest federal elections, the foundation of our democracy. Election integrity matters to every American. President Calvin Coolidge reminded us, in his words, that, quote, the whole system of American government rests on the ballot box. And President Reagan declared that, quote, the right to vote is the crown jewel of American liberties. By establishing this commission, President Trump is taking action to ensure that the ballot box remains inviolate and that the crown jewel shines brighter than ever before. At the President's direction, I'll have the honor to serve as chairman of this commission, and it's a privilege to convene this first meeting today. President Trump knows that the integrity of our electoral system transcends party lines, and I'm grateful this commission has brought together a distinguished group of bipartisan election experts and public officials from federal, state, and the local level. And together, this bipartisan group will perform a truly nonpartisan service to the American people. I'd especially like to recognize our vice chairman, who you'll hear more from after the president's remarks, a man whose long service has established him as a national leader on election integrity, Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach. I also, as a point of personal privilege, would like to express my thanks and appreciation to Indiana's Secretary of State, Connie Lawson, who joins us as a part of this panel. President Trump knows that the principle of one person, one vote is foundational to the American system of democracy. This commission has been charged to study the registration and voting processes used in federal elections. The commission will identify the laws, rules, policies, activities, strategies, and practices that will enhance the American people's confidence in the integrity of our electoral system. We'll also explore the vulnerabilities in our system that could lead to improper voter registration and even improper voting. This commission, let me be clear, this commission has no preconceived notions or preordained results. We're fact finders, and in the days ahead, we will gather the relevant facts and data, and at the conclusion of our work, we will present the President with a report of our findings. I'm confident this commission will have a healthy and robust debate, but the President and I expect nothing less, because respectful debate is also a hallmark of our democracy, and I know that we'll find many areas of common ground as well. I'm pleased to report the Commission has already started its work requesting publicly available data, and we are grateful for the more than 30 states that have already indicated their intention to provide this information pursuant to the laws of their states. Today is just the first of several meetings that the Commission will hold in the coming months. Today we will hear from each of the Commission's members. Each of you brings a unique perspective based on your experience and your research, and we welcome your participation and your insights. I'd like to note that our commission includes 5 current and former Secretaries of State, and Secretary Kobach and I look forward to working with each one of you as the chief election officers from across America to foster a collaborative and respectful relationship for the benefit of your state's voters and our nation's electoral process. And finally, as the Commission on Election Integrity begins its work, I'd like to personally invite the American people to offer their public comments and input on our work and the challenges and opportunities that face our electoral system. We want to hear the voice of the American voter, because that's really what this is all about. You know, it's the greatest privilege of my life to serve as vice president to a president who cares so deeply about the integrity of America's elections and the right of each and every American to see the sanctity of their vote protected. This president knows that the success of our democracy depends on the American people's confidence in this electoral system. And the president and I are both confident that this bipartisan commission will make the strongest democracy in the history of the world even stronger.